Peace, peace, beautiful souls. Peace, love, and belief. So today's word is going to be power of the tongue. We all know the famous Bible verse, there is power of life and death in the tongue. Proverbs 18:21 is where you can find that. So we're going to see why it's so important to be careful with what you say out of your mouth and why our voice is so important. Number one, let's start from the beginning. God said, in the beginning, the Word was with God, the Word was God, and God created everything with words. He said, let there be light, and said it was, and it was so. So if we have the power of life and death in our tongue, and we are made in God's image, isn't it important what comes out of our mouth? If God created the world with the word, aren't we creators as well? We're just mini creators. So whatever we say out of our mouth, we're always creating something. If you're speaking negatively about yourself, if you're speaking just negatively about the world in general, you're creating more negative experiences in your life. It says here, what defiles a man, right? In Mark 7, 14 to 22. What defiles a man? His disciples asked him, and he said to them, then you are without understanding? Do you not see whatever goes into a person from outside cannot defile him, since it cannot enter into his heart, but his stomach, and is expelled. This is saying he declared all foods clean. So it's not what you eat is what defiles you. And he said, what comes out of a person is what defiles him. For from within, out of the heart of a man, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, wickedness, deceit, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within, and they defile a person. Okay? So whatever's in your heart, you will speak out loud. That's why we need to start going within and cleaning up our heart and cleaning up our mind. Because it said evil thoughts. Whatever's in our heart is in our mind. And we're going to speak whatever's in our heart and our mind. And they say, when people are drunk, they speak their truth, they speak their mind the most. I don't truly fully believe that, because that's when you're under, possession and under influence of the alcohol. So yeah, you would speak some truth, but it wouldn't be, all truth. So just be careful what you say. Another reason why we got to be careful of what you say is because it's in James 3. Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water. So you can't have positive things coming out your mouth and have negative things coming out your mouth. That's what James 3 is talking about. Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water. So salt can't come out your mouth and fresh water can't come out your mouth. It's either or. Because to line this up scientifically, right, to give you guys some better perspective, there was a experiment done They had one plant, plant A, plant B. Both same plants, both been growing for the same amount of times. It was a man who just came up to the plant A and said, "I hate you," to one plant. Then he came to plant B and said, "I love you." They all had the same sunlight and everything. Same water regimen every day. Same thing. The only difference was he said, "I hate you" to one and "I love you" to the other. And over like a week or two, one plant A, ended up dying, and plant B ended up flourishing and continue growing. So back to, there is power of life and death in the tongue. You speak hate, that's bringing death. You speak negative things, that's bringing death. Negative things will happen. The plant died. Speak life out of your mouth, you nourishment. Fresh water will flow out of your mouth. Love will flow out of your mouth. These are things of growth. So watch your mouth. If you cursing, or if you're just speaking negative or gossiping, all these things play a factor into the atmosphere. You're always creating. So be very mindful of what comes out your mouth, because there's a lot of things we can't take back